Hi, everybody. Lynn, the leather bag lady. How are you today? I'm home. What a fabulous couple of days I had. And to think that I tried to cancel it. I booked it and then thought, yeah, COVID, maybe I shouldn't. I tried to cancel it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've been in Niagara Falls for the last 2 days. A trip I do very regularly or used to. Usually the last week of every month, uh, excluding June, July, August. Financially ridiculous prices and just way too many people. So I go the off season and man, the hotel that I stayed in is a hotel that I have booked and canceled 3 other times for various different reasons, going right back to my 50th birthday 3 years ago. I was supposed to stay there. There was a problem and I had to cancel it. So I finally stayed today. I don't know that I would stay there again. Very minimalist. I like a little bit more of a cozy feel. I think the best room there, I try and stay somewhere different every time. I go on to booking.com. If it's 7 out of 10 or higher, I look at it, but I am cheap. I do not spend a lot of money. I'm looking for between $45 and $65 a night. And off season in Niagara Falls, you can find it. And I am proof of that. I've been going probably for 3 years, and I've stayed in a couple of maybe 4 places multiple times, but definitely try and stay somewhere different. So this was the first time I'd stayed in this hotel. The view was the highlight of my trip, and if you follow me on Facebook, if you follow me on Instagram, there's all my handles, and I'm using my old phone, so hopefully they're not around the wrong way. I've The whole purpose of me going was to work on 2 things, was to work on the sales program that I mentioned before Christmas, and to get started in the Instagram world. I do have an Instagram account. I now have 2. Um, and I really haven't spent much time there, but I'm realizing, especially for my vintage, and I don't mean to discount some of my fantastic customers, Pauline in Toronto, Lynn in St. Catharines, who are not in their 20s, early 30s, but the majority of the vintage marketplace is in that category, and Instagram is where they're at. So I need to get more educated on it. So I bought a dummies book, Instagram Business for Dummies. I love those books. They are so easy to follow. So the next thing, I'm going to try and get one for Facebook. And I actually ordered a book already that is Facebook parties or something like that. I really want to try and figure out how I can connect with my retirement homes. I don't know if it'll ever be something I can do, but I'm going to look into it. I'm going to see if there's a way that we can do virtual parties. I'm not sure. I know a lot of the activity directors, and those are the people who would originally hire me to come in as a vendor. They're all young women and gentlemen, and they are on social media. So I'm thinking that maybe they might have a bit more of a welcoming attitude towards trying to do something outside of the box. I'm nowhere near ready to present that to anybody, but that's kind of where my head's going. And that's what I go and do when I go to the falls. If you go onto my Instagram, you'll see, maybe you won't see a picture of Facebook for sure. I moved the furniture around in this room. The desk was facing a wall with nothing, like very little artwork, very little, no mirrors in the room. Like, I don't know, it just wasn't my cup of tea. So I moved the desk right in front of the window, and man, I will remember that forever. The only negative was that the heat register was right in front of where my vantage point was, and it was blowing out cool air. So I would set the temperature and it was just blowing out cool air. And I've had this problem before. So it kind of kept me chilled a lot. So I just pumped the heat right up. I mean, I think at one point it was up at 78, which my house here is between 68 and 70, 67 to sleep. So it was not comfortable. Wah, wah, wah. Negative, positive. I did a little bit of thrifting, not a lot, because I have been thrifting like a crazy person. But again, if you've watched my other video of me, I didn't film my chat with these two young ladies, but they shared with me what the trend that I've been kind of sharing with you for the last little while is. They are on the hunt for these little early 2000s, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, the little shoulder bags. And yeah, the one young lady had one on her shoulder, and the other young girl had like a chain strap, you know. I was like, really? I see these bags all the time, and they're, my opinion only, they're so ugly. But hey, who am I to say? So let's get on to the bags. These bags I've just listed on Etsy and on my new Instagram page, which is, I'm going to have to get another sign made. Leather Bag Lady Vintage. And I've opened another business Facebook page, Leather Bag Lady Vintage. You can only have an Instagram account that is linked to, you can only have a business Instagram account if it's linked to a business Facebook page. So, and then all those pages are managed by one personal page, I think. So I have my regular Leather Bag Lady page, which is going to be for all of my purses that aren't vintage. And I'm going to have my existing Instagram is going to be those. And then the new is all vintage. It's too much confusion, and I really want to concentrate on them separately. So that's what this whole trip to the falls was about. My ability to focus, my ability to get stuff done is just insane when I am out of this chaotic environment that I call home. So let's get to the bag. So here's the bag in question. I showed it to you a little bit in the car yesterday when I'd finished thrifting. This is what they're scrambling for. Now, I wasn't 100% sure that it's leather, but I think it is. The leather quality is not the best, but this is what they want. There is a little, I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. There's almost like a little bit of a bleeding. It's very uniform, so I'm going to say it's supposed to be like that. Veneto, New York. Now, I was actually unsure if this was leather, but it is. I mean, I'm shitting on this bag really badly, which I shouldn't be because it's not my opinion that counts. The leather quality is not the best. And the strap, I believe, is vinyl, and the bottom part is vinyl. I think there's no material list inside, but the inside is like brand new. Like it is, it's still crunchy. It's so brand new. So my feeling is somebody's bought this and never even used it. But for such a little bag, you've got a compartment, a divider with a zipper in it, and another compartment and another zipper right here. And then you've got a little zippered compartment on the back. So you get a lot with it, and it does have the zipper top, and that's what they're wearing. Now, if you go into my Etsy page, I have a lot of bags that kind of look like this that are way better quality. Way, way better quality. I've got a beautiful little denier that is a bit of a Fendi hack, and I would take that over this all day long. But my personal taste, and that means shit, compared to what people are looking for. And this seems to be it. So that's bag number 1. Bag number 2, in that same vein, is this little vintage Coach shoulder bag. So we're kind of going down the same. I mean, I would take this all day long over that. There is a little bit of a color variance. It's showing up quite significantly in my Etsy posting. It's not as dramatic as it looks. I don't know why, maybe the lighting or something, but it looks like this is quite a bit more cream than the rest of the bag. There are a couple of little blemishes in the leather. I do think I can probably get those out, actually. I have cleaned the bag, but I'm going to use one of my buffers to try and, there's another little mark here. But cute little bag, slip pocket in the back, has its little hang tag, the Creed. It's a factory outlet bag. There's the Creed. But all leather, super cute. Spring, summer is on its way. Nice little bag. I'm really kind of thrilled to see these coming back into style because, I mean, they're good and they're good quality. Bag number 3. This is a 60s kind of reptile embossed leather offering. It's a hard shell bag, and it like I said, it's got that reptile embossed. It's not real reptile. And then it's got these little bits of applique put on. Top handle, there is a little bit of damage here. You can see some of the gold tones come off. Nice little gusset. It's in excellent condition, with the exception of this little area on the front. You've got a pocket, a divider with a zipper, another pocket. There is the shoulder strap, and that is that. Now this is all leather. There are some pen marks. Again, I may try and do a little bit of buffing with that and see if I can get them out. I'm not too concerned about that. There's no cracking in the edges where there usually is cracking. Nice bag. Nice bag if it's your style. Really nice little bag. And these structured bags seem to be all the rage. You know, you look at Kate Spade, you look at what's the other brand? Even Michael Kors, that I mean, this is very kind of in keeping with the Saffiano leather. You know, it's got that kind of texture to it. So cute little bag. I like it. I've moisturized the heck out of it. And that's bag number 3. Now I've got a 4th bag just because I wanted to show that little shoulder one that I talked to the girls about. So this bag is a real 70s patch bag. Now this poor bag was in a bit of a state. Now this strap is green and very easily in keeping with the other colors. It's not original to the bag. The original strap is really a nice long hobo style. You can shorten it. It's quite a few holes actually if you want to shorten it all the way up to here. I have it on the last hole. So this bag had a very short strap. It was maybe this long, and it was vinyl, and it was just garbage. So I cut it off, and I added this green strap, leather strap that I had already. Now, this bag needed a ton of moisturizing, and initially I used my pot of Absorbine, and I did that on Thursday. No, I did that on Tuesday before I left to go for the falls. So when I came back today, the Absorbine had dried and left some white areas. So I re-cleaned it, and I used my Chamberlain's leather milk, and that has worked a lot better. Now this bag has some very uh, areas of dryness, like this piece right here. I'm going to suggest that if anybody takes this bag on, I would continue to moisturize it. I mean, when you think about it, I've never really cared for my bags. I mean, I look after my things, kind of. I mean, they're not in dust bags. Well, I mean, they kind of are now, just because I've learned through, watching my colleagues on YouTube and whatever. And I mean, some of the bags I have, I mean, you've seen, if you've gone way back in my archive, you've seen my own personal vintage collection. I mean, I've got some Fendi, I've got some Valentino, Gucci, Louis, um, lots of Coach, and then some, 60s, 50s and 60s, Jane Shilton. I've got a beautiful Jane Shilton collection. So I thought, you know what? These need to be looked after. So I didn't use any special thing. I just had a selection of vintage pillowcases, and that's what they're in. So, but this bag would really, really, really benefit from, maybe not a constant regime of moisturizing, but I mean, if you want it to last, and I mean, it's lasted this long. I mean, this is a 70s bag, easily a 70s bag. It's got two zippered compartments with a little dividing area. This one has just a zipper. I mean, no phone pouches. We're talking the 70s here. So it's just, just a little bit of a different bag. All kinds of different colors, all kinds. I mean, there's purple, green, gray, brown, kind of shark skin color. It's one of those 70s hippie, hobo, great little bags. And that's my 4 bags well, 3 bags plus one special one for today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day today. Yesterday was so beautiful that no coat, no nothing. It was gorgeous. Nothing was open. Nothing was open. It was the whole Victoria Avenue is basically when you are on Clifton Hill, which is kind of the main area of Niagara Falls, the road that's on the top of Clifton Hill before you go down, that's Victoria. So I was right there, and there was nobody. I mean, 10 o'clock last night, nobody. Acres of parking lots just empty. So hopefully in the next few weeks, Niagara Falls will be able to get some life back, and then the prices start to go up. But I've already booked for next month. I've already booked for the last week of March. A new hotel, but I don't think it's a new hotel. I think it's just a refurbished hotel under a new name. I'm pretty sure I saw I use booking.com every time. And I know booking.com is very similar to Skip the Dishes for the hotels. They do have to pay a fee, but you know what? It's like me on Etsy. I have to pay a fee to present you my bags on Etsy. It's just the way of the world. So I've booked this hotel for the end of March. And then the prices are starting to increase. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go back in April. But April is going to be a pretty crazy month with the trailer. And from then on, it's all trailer. So won't need to escape to Niagara Falls. But you never know. Maybe on my own I will. I always go by myself. I know family and friends find that really hard to believe. But I do go by myself. And it's just wonderful. Anyway, have a great rest of the day. And aren't people awesome? Until they're not. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye now.